It's not hard to find a pretty face or a great body in the virtual world of video games. When imagination is the only limit, there's no reason why Gears of War Augustus Cole can't be built like He-Man on steroids, or why Faith Connors, the protagonist of Mirror's Edge, can't be a humble courier who also happens to be drop-dead gorgeous. But the characters that gamers fantasize about the most are the ones that bring more to the table than just an enviable physique. These are the people, monsters, and machines we dream about, whether that means getting close to them or getting to be them. And they're not always what non-gamers might expect. Here are 10 characters gamers fantasize about, but would never admit. Dante, Devil May Cry series. Let's get this out of the way right off the bat. Dante is silly and radical all at once. Handsome, strong, stylish, and dripping with bad boy attitude. This unstoppable devil hunter truly personifies the saying, quote unquote, women want him, men want to be him. Whether he's dressed in gothic style and quietly searching a ruined castle, or kicking back in a jacket with no shirt underneath and a slice of pizza in his hand. As soon as the demons come out to play, Dante's more than happy to oblige, forcing them to eat their words before sending them back where they came from. No character does over-the-top cool better than Dante, and it's hard to imagine one ever will. Tali'Zorah, Mass Effect series. Yeah, she's an alien, but when it comes to this upbeat quarry and adventurer, we can keep an open mind. Tali'Zorah is one of the main characters of the Mass Effect games, a crack engineer and seasoned combatant who joins Shepard's quest to stop the Reapers as a playable character in all 3 titles, provided she survives. A longtime fan favorite, Tali's enduring appeal is due to a combination of her smarts, her skills, her honest demeanor, the mystery of what her face looks like under that mask, and a pair of very alluring hips. We'd gladly take her 3-fingered hands in ours. Tommy Vercetti, Grand Theft Auto, Vice City. Power is addictive, and no Grand Theft Auto protagonist knows how to bask in his power like Vice City's infamous Tommy Vercetti, voiced by Ray Liotta. Vercetti is all of our mobster movie daydreams come to life, a ruthless but likable crime lord who manages to make it to the top without self-destructing, and look good in a Miami Vice kind of way while he's doing it. All the rewards of running the criminal underworld with none of the downsides, and a garage full of sweet 80s supercars? There's no doubt about it, we've all wished we could be Tommy Vercetti at one time or another. Jade, beyond good and evil. There's really nothing to dislike about Jade, the resourceful protagonist of the underappreciated classic action-adventure game Beyond Good and Evil. She's got a pretty face with green lipstick to accentuate her eyes, and a sense of style that says, quote-unquote, tough but cool. She's a capable martial artist, a great photojournalist, and a loyal friend who always keeps a level head, even when things get rough. Jade is also big-hearted and selfless. She begins her quest out of concern for the war orphans under her care. She's a hero through and through, just the sort of person you'd love to know in real life. Dorian Pavus, Dragon Age Inquisition. It's all about the hair. Sure, this world-weary Atlas mage with a dark family secret has a lot more going for him than just his considerable good looks. He's got a good heart, even if he also has a quick temper. A true socialite, he lives the good life and knows how to party, even if his drunken revels sometimes land him in hot water. He's also a tremendously talented spellcaster, a force to be reckoned with, even at his lowest. But let's get real. Above and beyond all else, it's Dorian's dashing haircut and gentleman's mustache that always catches our eye first. Sorry, ladies. Dorian Pavus is gay, but straight men and women alike can still admire that gorgeous hair. GLadOS Portal. As far as manipulative rogue AIs go, GLadOS has to be right near the top of the list of all-time greats. This program is ruthless, cruel, and as devious a mind as any big bad who ever kidnapped a princess or tried to conquer the world. It's also persuasive, funny, and weirdly charming. In other words, it's the Wednesday Addams of computer programs. That lilting, sing-song voice also adds to GLadOS's appeal, even when a player manages to survive the testing facility at the end of the game. GLadOS can't help but taunt them with a song about how it can never be stopped. It all adds up to one of the most strangely likable video game antagonists ever to grace the screen. GLadOS doesn't really have a body. It's a program, not a robot, but a conversation alone would be a dream come true for many gamers, as long as it happened a safe distance from the nearest Aperture Science testing facility. Bowser, Super Smash Bros. Series. Stepping into the role of Mario's perennial foe is the ultimate fantasy for any gamer who's had a bad day and just wants to beat something up. Big, loud, rude, and tough, Bowser goes where he pleases and does what he wants, even if that means retribution from a couple of pesky plumbers. Of course, in the Super Mario series, Bowser typically gets thrashed at the end of the game. That's why we prefer the Koopa King Smash Bros. Incarnation instead. He's a huge, heavy block of muscles, spikes, and bad attitude, and unleashing his brutal combos and crushing smash attacks on the rest of the Nintendo universe is a deeply satisfying pastime, one that we've all sometimes wished we could experience firsthand. Athena, Borderlands series. Borderlands is full of over-the-top characters who don't take lip from anyone, but few of them have the loyal fan following of the toughest nails gladiator Athena. Sometimes a supporting character, sometimes a playable one, Athena is always a welcome addition wherever she appears in the twisted world of the Borderlands games. Her appearance and demeanor are a thrilling blend of grit and beauty, and her preference for the ladies is handled matter-of-factly, giving her a welcome bit of extra character depth in a manic series that can often just seem like crazy piled on top of more crazy. And hey, the guys can still look as long as they don't stare. Batman Arkham series. It goes without saying that practically everyone has wanted to be Batman at some point in their lives, but the version of the caped crusader that appears in the Batman Arkham series of games takes our daydreaming to a whole new level. This is the best Dark Knight ever to appear in video games. He's a genius scientist with awesome gadgets, a world-class detective, and a force of nature on the battlefield, using fear and raw power to knock out whole rooms full of enemies with ease. In other words, he's the Batman we all sometimes wish we could be, righting wrongs and triumphing over evil with an iron will and incomparable talent. But even if we could only jump inside bats for a minute, getting the chance to personally clock the Joker right in his laughing face would still be worth it. Lara Croft, Tomb Raider series. Okay, it's no surprise that gamers think Lara Croft is sexy. It's been a joke about video game fans practically ever since the original Tomb Raider was released for the PlayStation, that Lara Croft was all legs, guns, and cup size, a protagonist tailor-made to appeal to teenage boys, yet created with a resourcefulness, toughness, and smarts that made her popular with women as well. But the Lara Croft we can't stop thinking about these days is the more realistic, rebooted version we've seen in the latest games. This Lara is still pretty and leggy, sure, but she's also much more human. Her vulnerabilities and worries make her feats of heroism and survival even more exciting, and they make her seem more like a real person, someone we could actually meet, if only once upon a time in some crazy world where adventure lurks around every corner. That's a hard fantasy to pass up. Which video game characters do you find yourself thinking about all the time? Ever wished you could walk a mile in the shoes of your favorite hero or villain? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up before you go. And as always, remember to subscribe to CBR for fantastic new videos about the games, movies, and TV you love.